Hello everyone, and welcome to my new guide. From now on, I will be using AI for narration. In this video, I want to redo my old guide on red against faster aka fast stances. The first thing to keep in mind is that all faster stances are stronger than red, even when red is played passively. This is why you can't play red as aggressively against faster as you would against red. Due to its slow movement speed and long swing animation, aggressive red can be outmaneuvered even by a beginner faster player. I divide positioning into pre-swing movement, start swing movement, and end swing movement. Let's cover the pre-swing movement first. I recommend running away either in a straight line or in a circle. A straight line like that works best on bigger maps. You are supposed to only change direction if you reach a wall or the enemy is jumping at you. The goal here is to make the faster user jump into your swing or do some other mistake after a long period of chasing you. When playing like that, diagonal red swings become stronger because of their speed. Furthermore, you don't have to swing very often, because the faster player can only reach you with a jump most of the time. While playing passively like this is effective, it delays the actual fighting and slows down the learning of when to switch the movement direction, and in which direction to move. For a faster progress, I recommend my second playstyle, namely running away in a big circle, often changing the movement direction and swinging all the time to keep the area around you safer and give yourself some space. Start a swing especially when the enemy is about to close in on you to keep them at bay. Such a moment of vulnerability often happens when you get cornered and you need to run out into the free space. Avoid overusing swing chains though. When the faster user is about to come close enough to land a hit, you need to change the movement direction so that you and your opponent are moving in opposite directions. A simple example would be running to the left instead of to the right. The faster player needs time to process your new movement direction and adjust their movement direction accordingly. In that little time window, you and them are running in the opposite directions, which increases the distance. A common beginner mistake is changing the movement direction too rarely. Against a good faster player, I personally try to change direction roughly every 2 seconds on average, as it helps me keep my movement unpredictable. Let's move on to the start swing movement. In order to either attack or counter you, the faster player has to approach you at a certain precise time, and you decide through your start swing movement exactly when that time will be. If they read or predict your start swing movement wrong, and approach you even a millisecond too soon or too late, it can completely turn the swing exchange around. There are 3 main different movements you can do. Step towards the enemy, stay at the same range and move away. We can arrange them as short range or level 1, medium range or level 2, and long range or level 3. By step, I mean a short, abrupt movement towards the enemy, anytime during your start swing. During the rest of the start swing, you either stand still or run away. Against beginners, there is also level 0, namely running all the way towards the enemy. I wouldn't do that against more experienced players, at least with the D swings. If you want to avoid being hit, you need to stay a level above your opponent. So for example, if they are attacking your level 1, you need to be at level 2. If you want to trade damage with a countering opponent, you need to be a level below them. So if they are trying to counter you standing still, you can step forward instead. If they are attacking, you can land even a clean counter by being a level above them and then stepping forward. Here, you can see the tables with the correct distance level for you to hit a faster user. The rows represent your distance. The columns represent the faster distance during the faster swing. You should change the timing of the step depending on what the enemy is doing. The length of the step can vary as well. The better the faster player, the smaller and rarer the step forward should be. Lastly, your start swing movement should get you to the exact distance where you can reach the enemy with just your saber tip. Coming any closer will make retreating much harder. A good exercise for training that distance management and retreating looks like this. The faster player runs towards you at all times while fanning, and you land D swings and retreat. Your goal is to keep as much health at the end of the duel as possible. As for the end swing movement, you should retreat on the faster movement vector if the distance is big enough for you to run outside of their swing range. Turn as fast as you can 90 degrees to the side and run away by holding A or D. If you turn to the right, you make your swing stronger and can retreat a little bit sooner. If you turn to the left, you can shield yourself with the end swing block at the cost of the swing and movement velocity. At closer distances, run in a different direction from the faster movement vector. That's it. Enjoy the journey to becoming a better duelist.